Happy 2023. My name is Robyn Cavallaro. I'm a licensed realtor here in the state of Florida. And today in this video, we are going to go over the homes that sold in the Villages, Florida in the month of December in 2022. Now, normally I have a better looking background, but my house is still a mess. My furniture is arriving today. So it's a very exciting time. But I wanted to get this out there. So let's get right to it. In December, we had 88 homes sell. Compared to November, we had 87. So nothing new on that front. I do find this interesting as though the way the homes are purchased. And what I mean by that is, and I'm going to put the statistics here so it might be easier for you to see and understand what I'm saying. In December, 50 homes sold for cash. 34 were conventional financing, 3 were VA, and 1 was FHA, which I find interesting. We really don't see FHA financing here in the Villages. Compared to November, 57 were cash, only 27 were conventional financing, 3 VA. So more homes were financed in December. And so you got to remember too, the homes, and when we talk about the prices that they sold for, the home sales were negotiated anywhere between, could have been the middle of October till sometime in November, even December. If it was cash, I saw one went in a couple of days because it was a cash transaction. So, and finance deals usually take 4 to 6 weeks. Sometimes they could push it through sooner, but that's about the average. Of the homes that sold, 2 went over asking price. Believe that. 1 for $100. It's a manufactured home. And I'll show you when we go back to the computer which that was. And then 1 went for $10,000 over, but that looked like it was kind of a nice home. And it was probably priced a little bit under, but I'll take you to see that one. As we're not going to go see it, we're going to see it in the computer. Under asking price, 68. And then at full price, there were 18. So that tells me, and we'll just take a quick glimpse at all of them, some of the homes were still overpriced, but some of them came on the market appropriately priced. So, and I will do that comparison now. I think that's a good topic to discuss in this video in the next coming months. I'll do this once a month at the end of the month. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. I know everyone asked that, but it really just helps the content get out there and it helps grow my channel. My goal this year is to reach 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, but I'd like to do that by June. So if you're not subscribed, please do so. It's about real estate and things to do in Florida, and I think you will enjoy the content. And my screen just went blank. Okay. All of the homes that you will see, I may give you my opinion because they've closed. Anything active, not obviously in this video, but I do produce a video where I talk about active homes. And if it's public, which I mean, you can find it on YouTube, I don't give my opinion. If you're looking for my opinion on specific homes or homes, I produce an episode called The Good, the Not So Bad, and the Ugly. It goes out every week in my email newsletter, and I talk about the homes that have come to market that week, so within the last 7 days, but you have to do it here. You can do it on my website because that link is undisclosed. You can't find it anywhere. So one of the things you see with the homes that, even though they went at full price, some of them went quickly. Others were sitting on the market a little bit. The ones that's sitting on the market a little bit, even though they went at full price, took a huge price reduction. If you're looking on public record or looking at any public information for when the home sold, what it listed for, and what it actually sold for, you have to actually take a look at the history to see where the home started out at. And homes that had sold at full price With no price change, there were 15. Homes that sold at full price that had a price change, there were 5. And that was anywhere from $21,000 under. There was one that was $90,000 under asking price. That's interesting. Okay, so let's get to the computer.
All right, so the first two we're going to look at are the two that went over asking price. So this is the first, 702 Boulevard. It's a manufactured home. It went $100 over asking price. Oh no, it's not a manufactured home. Well, it says site built. So site built, this is a modular home. It's not a stick built home. It's called site built, which means they took the pieces and put it together on site. So it's not a double wide, but the pieces came together and they put it together on site. Site built home, not stick built. Big difference. So the modular homes they're different than the manufactured home. So you have to, we always have to look at that. But the same, a lot of the characteristics and feel, they're just on a foundation. They don't have that hollow sound when you walk on them. All right, I'm not going to get into too much detail about that, but that went 100 over asking price at $265. It was listed for $264.9. The second that went over asking price is this 873 Radcliffe Berea, 2-bed, 2-bath. It went for $310,000. It listed at $299. Okay. Well, yeah, I still think that home at 310 needs work. Guess it's kind of nice home, but when I started videoing this, I didn't actually look through it. I just looked through what the prices were. I don't know. If you can live with that, and I'm sorry, I'm going to just whip through these outside photos because they're not relevant. All right. Interior, garage, big backyard. Oh, that's a enclosed lanai. I guess it's not bad. It's just not updated. But for 310, if you're going to live in it and update it, that works. If somebody were to come in, update it, and sell it, that would be too much money. But it looks very clean. So, yeah, that went for $10,000 over asking price. $270 basically a square foot. All right, so now let's take a look at the homes that went at full price but took a price reduction. Well, first here, I just want to show you this one, 1809 Huckleberry Street. This one on full price, it was on the market 2 days. Oops, wrong one. There we go. And this was my buyer. And the home was very cute on the inside, very clean. This is a snowbird home for my my buyers. It was in good shape, and they were very happy. Came with the furniture, and yeah, I think $299 was a good price for this. Okay, all right. So next, we're going to go to this one. Where we go? 17632. Blah blah, Marion County, that I hate address. So this home was on the market for 46 days. It was, and I'm going to show you what I talk about looking at the history. So it originally came on the market in October of October 22nd at $325,000. It finally went what would be called at full asking price because it was reduced to $305, but the original price was $325. So it came down $20,000. And actually, it looks like they did a quick transaction here It gone on the market in March and sold in June. So, sold at 278. I'm not going to get into what they did and didn't do in this house. Maybe this is something I'll look into. Am I good, the not so bad, and the ugly? I'll go in and compare when the price changed like that in a quick sale, if they actually did any upgrades to it to warrant more money. Okay, so the next home that went at full price but took a price reduction is this one, 1233 Cavallaro. So it was on the market 53 days. It originally came on the market in September at $359,900. And sometimes I round up, like I'll say $359,900, and I consider that $360, or if it's $990. I never deal in small numbers, I always round numbers. And I'll tell you, when I had my restaurant, I drove my bookkeeper and CPA nuts because I always dealt in round numbers, and they're looking for figures. I'm like, I told you it was this. And they took it literally, and I took it figuratively. So anyhow, all right. So this home, $329,900. Cute. Updated. They definitely changed his kitchen around. Yeah, this is very nice. I think at $329,000, that was a great buy. Yeah. And wait a minute, where'd it go? I still don't have my computer glasses here. I'm still looking at my regular ones. That was reduced $30,000. All right, so the next one we're going to 2449. 2449 Merida. This one took a big reduction. So it had been on the market 30 days. Started out at $550, and it sold for $460. And you know, there's no rhyme or reason to why the homes end up getting reduced so much. Came on the market overpriced. You know, at some point in time, they really had to drop it because they definitely needed to get rid of it. That's what happened with one that I closed on just yesterday. But that, I'll talk about that in January. That went for like $60,000 under asking price, but it's been on the market a long time. That's just a preview of what's to come. I still need some updating this home. But it's also hard to tell after the fact. Had they done anything in between to try to get it to sell? The roof is replaced, the HVAC is old, but so, and I guess the reason why I'm telling you these things about homes that have been sitting on the market, even homes that haven't sat on the market with 68 going under asking price, you have to make an offer. You have to find something that you like and just make an offer. All they can do is say no. And if you're trying to understand the process of buying a home here in the Villages, okay, I do have a book, which I'll put down below here. It's $4.99 download on my website. But we don't have to send money when here it is, 1754 Pencamp. We don't have to put money down when you make an offer, so it doesn't hurt. And if you're interested to learn how I negotiate and what my processes are, please call me if you'd like to work with me. Also, please call me if you have any questions, email, call, text. I am available. If I can't answer the phone, I can't answer the phone. But I have one customer tell me I'm the quickest draw in the West, that I'm always answering my phone, which I typically live with that phone attached to me. Sometimes it's to my detriment, but yeah, so I'm pretty much available. So this home went for $21,000 under asking price. Looks a decent home, clean, looks clean. I don't know what the cabinets feel like. I didn't feel them, but it's one thing I do is I run my hands over the cabinets, see if they're greasy. So that went for 479.9. It had been on the market 54 days. And come on. Oh, no, that's not one. On to the history. All right, it started out at 500. So you can see there is opportunity here. All right, so next up, I'm just going to touch on a few homes that went under asking price, and then I'll have my conclusion for you. All right, let's the first one we're going to look at that went under price, 2278 Margarita Drive. That's up north. This is a big home. Went for $345,000, which is $174 a square foot. Oh, shoot, I did that again. But it came on the market September 12th at $384,900. It went pending, back on the market. And when it says pending, we don't know what their offer was. We only know what the offer is once it's closed. So came back on the market. They had a series of price reductions. It went pending at $355 and it closed at $345. This one had a new roof, but when you look inside, it just needed some updating, which is why the the price per square foot is so low. Really needs updating. And whomever purchased this at that price for that size home, I think they got a really good buy. With a new roof, they'll maybe put 30, 40 or into this, and they'll have a home worth over $400,000. But most of my buyers, unless it's an investor, they don't want to get into this much updating. But some people do. It all depends. So there you go. That was a great buy. $174 a square foot. We don't see that every day here. All right, the next one, Kate Court. I have been in this one a couple of times. This was very cute. This came on the market incredibly overpriced. It started out at $415,000 and it finally settled at $355,000. I think I had been in there 3 or 4 times. One of the things with this home is where it's located. This is Warm Springs. This is the Marsh Bend Gate coming in. That's a busy road. That's what I think. But it's nice inside. It's just, this is heavily traveled. Okay, and when I say heavily traveled, I mean heavily traveled. After 5, 6 o'clock, everything shuts down, so it gets quiet. But that's south of 44. With the bond, that settled at $252 a square foot, $355,000. It's 3-bed, 2-bath. So, okay, here we go. I picked 2 over 400. This one on Winter Third Loop had been on the market a long time. It started out at $525. It ended up getting reduced $100,000. And this is up in that Marion County section. I was not in this home, but I did have people that lived on that street that were contemplating selling. So this needed updating as well. So that price at $450, $425 was probably more in line. Okay, and then the last one we're going to look at is Killington Loop. This one was on the market 98 days, started out at $495, and then finally settled at $439.5. And this is up in Fernandina. Now, when it says back on the market, unless I speak with the realtor, we really don't know why it came back on the market. Doesn't mean there was anything wrong with the home, but there could have been something wrong that they couldn't settle when the inspection came back. I usually look to see how long it had been pending before it came back on the market. So, case by case, you don't know if there's anything wrong with it. Could be the people change their mind or something happened financially or, a whole bunch of things. So, and this one still needs work. 98 days, they got it for $439. That's $240 a square foot, and that home is 1,900 square feet. So, not so bad. Well, I hope this episode was informative for you. And
all right, well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this episode on what sold in the Villages in December of 2022. Thank you for joining me. And if you found this information helpful, I have other topics that I discuss that you might find interesting too. So make sure you stick around and check those out. All right, I think my mattress is here. I better get going. All right, I'll see you next time.